Hello, ladies. How are you? No, I'm kidding. Alright, it's gonna be an absolutely amazing game. I got this off Reddit. A friend of Mr. Questax, who if you have been watching some of my other videos, have heard about before. He co-casted with me in the GG Winter Challenge tournament. So I'm going to be casting one of his games, and it's going to be absolutely freaking amazing. So we're just going to be diving straight into this, get the cool layout out as well. So it looks pretty damn neat. Alright, first ban coming up from the side of the Dire. Really hard to tell with the first pair of bans, and actually looks like we have pretty much a full team here at Team SB. So I'll just be calling them Team SB Silencers. The first guy to get banned, and that suggests they're going for big spells, big ultimates. So they might want to consider dooming a... Nope! Banning a Doom. They actually did that for them, the Radiant. So they're obviously also going for big team fight ultis as well, seeing the fact that the Doom is off the table. So this is going to be a Clash of the Titans, as far as I'm concerned, and Ancient Apparition now getting picked off as well. I am really wondering what these lineups are going to be consistent of. Probably seeing the fact that AM has somewhat decent anti-push, they probably also want to be going for some kind of split-pushing hero to help them out, and now faces Void off the table as well. I was hoping that Radiant would actually pick him up, seeing the fact that they have now banned the Doom. So, because Doom is a somewhat decent counter to face this Void, and Naga Siren is the first hero to get picked up, and that was why they banned out the Silencer, so she can actually get her song off for the initiation. Because otherwise they would have to catch out Silencer first, and that wouldn't work at all whatsoever. Really wondering to see what Radiant are gonna pick, seeing the fact that they just went Naga Siren right off the bat, probably a mid Naga Siren, I would presume from this from what I've seen earlier. Good old 10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
I am super much wondering what these what they're gonna get, and they're gonna actually start already to eat out on their reserve time, and they're gonna pick Jakiro. He's scary. He's super scary. He does not work like super well against the Naga Siren, but those Ice Paths, man, they're not to be messed with, and he's one of the most played heroes in Pro Dota as of right now. So I can see why. Ice Path Medical Fire is just downright scary. Plus, you have the push with the liquid fire into the towers and in the creeps, and you can actually stack camps decently well and take him for his own. with that they could
Reserve
fire.
time.
Just gonna read it out for you. I know you probably can't see it, but the burn damage is 30 at max level, and it attacks in a decent AoE. So that works like super well against neutrals and such, and also against the bigger creep waves. Even at hero harass, it's perfect because it doesn't use any mana. So if you just skill it early, get it down to 10 seconds, like before the laning stage is over, you're pretty much set. You got a lot of harass, and they're really taking their time with this lineup, Team SB. I am kind of baffled to see how, like, this should be obvious, you know, like with the Kira pick, that you're gonna go for something that synergizes well, that kind of centers. I mean, a Magnus would do. Witch Doctor definitely will do as well. I was gonna say Darkseer as an alternative pick, because he works somewhat decently against Naga Siren as well with the illusions, and yeah, basically I would maybe have gone for a Darkseer, but Witch Doctor is definitely not a bad choice. But seeing the fact that they ban out Deface's Void as well, that combo will not be there. And now, second big farmer
Your team ban.
is the Dusa. Kind of afraid that the Dire have gone too greedy on this, because the Dusa requires a lot of farm, Naga requires a lot of farm, and there's just not enough space to actually utilize both of those
10
two.
seconds remaining.
I quite honestly don't think they're going to be able to pull that off, depending on how efficient they are at rotating and actually creating space for each other. I mean,
Reserve time.
it's going to be difficult. Because Dusa, she needs a Lincoln, she needs an Scotty, and in this game she also needs a BKB. No question about it. Every single hero on the Dire needs a BKB.
Radiant team ban.
And that was Puck banned out, so that's the strong mid laner, who they thought was going to face up against Naga Siren, now banned out. And as you can see, nope, that's actually physical, so that maybe should go through BKB.
10 seconds.
I am
10
not
seconds
super sure, but
remaining. 5
yeah,
seconds.
I'll look it up at some point. Tidehunter also banned, good solid ban.
Team ban.
I love Tidehunter, I love him a lot, but in the current form that he's in, you know, he's just too huge. I mean, he's either getting picked or banned. Basically, he's either getting picked and then the team wins, or they get banned and nobody gets him. And AM is going to be its final ban. So they took out one of their strong, one of the Dire team's, or Radiant team's strong farmers. I mean, he's decent against Medusa. Seeing the fact that his mana break just completely
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
nullifies the mana shield and actually makes Medusa kind of weak.
5 seconds.
Plus, with the mana void on top of that, she's pretty much gone in not even seconds. And they're really discussing this, Team SB. Team Spirit Breaker. Team Space Cow. I don't know. But they're discussing quite heavily. And they're going to ban out Enigma in the end, so that's going to be a lot of strong team fighters actually out of the pool here for the Dire team. So they've got to rely solely on basically a Kunkka. Wouldn't be half that bad. More maybe even actually, now that I think about it, because Dusa needs farm, Naga needs farm, and then also Kunkka needs farm. They're kind of in a tough spot of this currently, and now Lycan picked up. So now this Dire team, or this Radiant team, they have their farmer. They have got their farmer, and he is he's gonna kick ass this Lycan in this game, I fear, because he can farm about equal with the Naga Siren, but he just deals out so much more damage. And he's also eligible. He can do a fast rush. He can stay alive in team fights, and Razor actually being picked up, so this is gonna be a middle lane Razor. They're going super greedy. I mean, he needs to snowball. Razor's a snowball hero because he scales very, very well. But you have to build momentum on him to actually be efficient. You saw it if you watched the good old Beyond the Summit tournament, Team Secret versus EG, where Secret just completely shut down their CC on Razor.
Remaining.
They lost in a matter of no time at all,
Remaining.
just because Team Secret were able to shut him down. They got him 5 times in the first 10 minutes.
Reserve time.
No, still SB really eating out in their time. I mean, they're gonna have to pick something sooner. They're not gonna have a whole lot of time to deal with it. And this is gonna be a mid lane Death Prophet, and this is pushing potential. This is all about the push. So is the Dire. I mean, they got their pushing sorted out. They have the Plasma Field, Split Shot, and just Naga being Naga. I mean, you have the Mirror Image and the Ensnare, and no, not the Ensnare, the Riptide, Mirror Image, Riptide, and if she gets a Radiance, she's gonna be huge. But now the Death Prophet is on the board. I mean, they have their push power. Lycan, amazing at pushing with the Wolves, and if he gets in Necrobo, King can just snowball out of control. And Death Prophet's obviously with the big ultimate, and now they're actually gonna pick up a Disruptor. I would say that a Darkseer is not a bad choice. It's not a bad final choice for this Dire lineup. Vacuum, or basically a Song, to just set everything up into Vacuum, into a Kinetic Field, and Static Storm, and if Racer, he doesn't even have to be in it to go ham. I mean, they can just shut down a Lycan super efficiently with that. This is a VKV game, and I'm really wondering why they're banning out Invoker, just because, you know, they have the middle laner, and they're all ranged. Counting Razor's range. So they need a melee support. Something to deal with the tremendous pushing power of this Radiant team. Because they have their team fight established. I would say. I mean, they don't really have, like, the big ass team fight. But they need a support. They need a position for, or maybe a jungler if they want to. But that's even gonna pull off nullify the Dusa and the Naga Siren. So probably just a position for of some sorts. I'm still saying Darkseer would be absolutely amazing. He can support like super well in lane, and even though the Iron Shield does push in the lane, I mean, he can pop it on the Dusa to get some easy last hits, and Disruptor could be backing up Naga Siren, could be able to set up some good kills if he gets an early glimpse, or even just Thunderstrike and Kinetic Field would be able to set up some early kills for the Mirror Image and Snare and Riptide. So my bet would be Darkseer. I don't know what's going to happen, and they actually ban out Undying, so there goes the early game for Team SB. Basically, I really like this Witch Doctor Jakiro combo, just because it has so much potential. I mean, if you land the perfect Ice Path, even actually Darkseer would be good for Radio right now, because they can vacuum into the Ice Path, into the Witch Doctor Death Ward, and when he gets his Aghanim Scepter, I mean, they're gonna be gone in moments. Not even. They're really taking their time. They're gonna burn down all of their reserve time for this final pick. They want to make sure it's a good one, so they can actually come out on top in this game. And it's gonna be a Tinker. What? Alright. I did not see that one coming. So this is gonna be either, I believe, maybe a jungling. No, can't be a jungling like it because they don't have a strong offlaner. So maybe Death Prophet, Jakiro in offlane, Lycan Witch Doctor safe lane, and then Tinker is sitting on middle lane. I'm not sure. I mean, this is just, my mind cannot comprehend why on earth they picked Tinker and not a Darkseer or something like a strong offlaner. I mean, that would have given Lycan the chance to farm the jungle. Death Prophet could have gone mid, and basically Jakiro and Witch Doctor, they could build Jakiro into a core, and happy days from there. I'm really baffled by this. Alright, but we'll be taking a look at the Dire final pick. They're obviously looking to be counting out this Tinker. You could quite easily take out Tinker with either a lot of burst damage or some DOT. Because chasing him doesn't work. I mean, as soon as he gets his boots of travel, he's going to be gone. So you either need to kill him right where he stands, or DOTs often have slows. So, and that also nullifies Blink Dagger once he gets that. So, It's gonna be a Centaur Warner. That definitely solved their tankiness problem, but I feel they're just too greedy, this Dire team. And Radiant, they're too pushy, if you will. Because Witch Doctor can actually push somewhat decently as well. This is gonna be the game of the towers. The one team to first take high ground wins this. That's my prediction. And currently, this is like so neck and neck. But just because of that last Tinker pick, I'm gonna say Dire takes this. Not easily, very very close, but this Tinker pick is no, does not amuse me in any sort of way. As they're kind of slow to figure out their heroes here. Who's gonna play Lycan and who's gonna play Witch Doctor? I am wondering.
10 seconds remaining.
There we go, Barry Basher. Ah, it's because of the DCs. DCs are real. As I will just be introducing the teams here as this as still inconvenience is gonna wander off. Oh wow. Trash talk already. Coming up from the Disruptor Pie Stacker. And what do we got? Yep, Horseface. Gotta get my emoticons equipped. As I really feel I really agree with the Razor. At this point, I feel they're gonna take it. And basically, you know, Centaur is not half that bad. He got somewhat decent anti-push. He can come in, he can stun the Lycan and just completely rip him to shreds. He can stop the Witch Doctor from doing his little thingy. Basically, they can stampede into a good Naga ulti. They're not going to be able to escape that. And, I mean, Tinker against Naga ulti, if he gets caught out, he's gone. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And look, golden thingy just there. Alright. So, while this is going on, my predictions on lanes is it's going to be Dusa on safe lane with the Disruptor. And then it's going to be Centaur and Nagasaki Siren off lane. And then Racer mid lane. Those are my predictions. Racer is fine on off lane if he has good backup, but I just feel he'll be stronger on the middle lane. Because he is known to be a mid crusher. I mean, he can even deal with the Death Prophet in Tinker pretty easily. Because even though he does take a lot of damage from the heat seeking missiles and the laser, I mean, he can just completely rob him of everything. And Tinker is not exactly what you would call tanky, so the plasma field is gonna hurt. And it's gonna hurt a lot. Plus, right off the bat, okay, Tinker is faster, so. As the pause is finally gonna come off, and just gonna quickly introduce the teams here. While everybody gets done sent in the bag, and Witch Doctor. It's gonna be played by Alien Islami. Death Prophet. It's gonna be played by Blank the Wire. He's obviously looking to go top lane. As Tinker is gonna be picked up by SB24. 24, sir? Something along the lines of that. And MMC on your Jakiro. And who's that? That's Oroth on your Lycan. And last but not least, I have actually introduced all of them. Absolutely. Nope. Have I? I have introduced all of them. Absolutely beautiful. And on this Dire team, we're going to be having Infinity Express on middle lane. We're going to be having the Centaur running off lane as Dusa. And Disruptor running top lane. And Naga Simon. This might be an aggro top lane they're actually going for. If they go for an early point and ensnare, it could be a quick kill. Or if... Okay, he's going to go Thunderstrike. As first. 4 strikes, 4 times 4 equals 16. So that's 160 damage. That's somewhat decent. He's gonna find an illusion rune. Don't really think he needs it that much. As Takiro's gonna actually, that's Tinker finding the bounty rune, and he's gonna be going for a super quick bottle. He's got 2 tangos from his many mates there. As Nagasaki, I don't know what the hell she's actually doing. Mr. Questex, you're gonna have to help me out here. Are you guys going for an early gank or an aggressive tri lane? As I am not sure. As Centaur is gonna be alone for now on the off lane there, and this is a solo top Death Prophet. Then they're going for an aggro tri lane bottom, trying to secure the Lycan a little bit of farm. Jakiro's gonna be very, very far out, forcing back this Centaur. So he's not gonna be getting anything until the lane pushes in. Which it eventually will. And same goes for top lane here. It's probably alright that Naka is just sitting in here as of right now, because they're not even going to be getting anything on bottom lane. And you want some quick levels on this Centaur as well. Death Prophet knows though, so she's not going to get too cocky with this. Down on mid lanes. Razor, are you attempting to steal? Not going to get a whole lot out of it. And Death Prophet being super careful not to mess anything up. And Centaur even just being pushed back like so badly at this point. This Lycan has been getting hella farm. And actually, Razor winning on the middle lane here. He is Tinker has not gotten a single last hit for the first 2 minutes. There we go, that's the first one. Beautiful work, but the Razor is still leading big time on CS. Plasma field is gonna go only gonna clip him, so not a whole lot of damage. And okay, they're all level 2 down here.
Gold is a great conductor.
Centaur is actually not looking half that bad on this lane. I mean, he's taking a lot of harass. He got some good amount of regen. He's gonna go for fast pair triangles, and he should be somewhat fine. And now the wards are gonna scatter out, but now Death Prophet does not see the jungle anymore, so she does not know what's coming. But this whole ordeal has actually cost Nagasaki, aka Questex, quite a lot, because she's sitting on next to no experience and 1 last hit. And I'm really wondering what she's going to be doing. She doesn't have the Riptide, she doesn't have Mirrored Illusions to farm camps, and all she can hope for is at level, maybe port down on bottom lane and try something out there. As I completely forgot to take down or to introduce your couriers, we got the inscribed anti-poke couriers. On your dire side, and on Radiant, we'll be having the good old regular mythical bower. Let's get something else in the mythical bower. Get a punch thing with something. It's only 0.7 in the store. Looks way more awesome. As Sensi the Centaur, he's gonna be very, very close to his tranquil boots already. He only needs a pair of boots, and then he's got him. And he's gonna send that to lane like right away, so he can stop some of that harass coming up from the Jakiros. Up on top lane, no kills have fallen just yet. Just people are just playing super careful here, actually. I mean, they are trying to secure the Deuce's farm, and it is working because they've held the Death Prophet to just 2 last hits. And Deuce has been basically getting free farm. Oh, Nagasa, and she's relying on pulls and stacks. So she has 3 stacks in this camp. That should at least give her level 2. And that's gonna pull in the lane, so Deuce can get even more farm, and Disruptor can join in on the fun as well. So right now she's just running around stacking camps and trying to diminish her loss of not actually having a lane that she's assigned to. And for that first little gank and failure as Death Prophet, they could go. I mean, she's out. They don't know she's there, but she is like way out of the lane. And now Nakasign is gonna spot her out. Not gonna do anything quite yet though. And there we go. There's vision. Couple of right clicks, but no reaction from the Deuce and the Disruptor, and that's not really going to amount to anything. As bottom tower has already fallen, the Takiro takes down the tower at only 5 minutes. This guy is pushing super effectively, and he's just gonna go straight into Yules. Tinkerino, Tinker the Man, is still not doing too well on form. He's got 13 CS versus Razor's 20, and he is about a creep wave, not even a creep wave, a couple of creeps behind on experience. So that's not going to be mattering too much. This is not good quest. Unfortunately, you're on 16 experience per minute, my good man. You really need to start farming. But then again, that's difficult when you're facing up against this kind of a lineup, because you cannot go down the bottom lane because that's being pushed in super efficiently, and you're not going to survive for a second down there. And now Death Prophet is actually rotating into the jungle. She might be looking for first blood. Nope, just the stacks. And Questex, he's taking a lot of damage from those creeps, and even Barry Basher does. As not can't quite go yet. The Mana Shield is still up and on, and that is gonna give Questex his level 2. And now he can start riptiding left and right. As down on bottom lane, Disruptor is gonna be able to secure a little bit of farm for the Centaur. Because now the creep wave is gonna be pushed in all the time, which actually allows for easy ganks from mid lane with the Racer, if he wants to. And he's going to be having a pair of face boots very, very soon. Of a top lane, we'll be having the two slimy little one's a fish and one's a snake, and they'll be farming top lane and even pushing it in against this Death Prophet. And 7-minute Midas coming up from the Medusa, not half that bad. So that's going to help out her farm a lot. I mean, that's going to accelerate her to almost astronomical levels of farm. And on the bottom lane, we might be seeing some action here soon as Razor has rotated. I believe Tinker, I cannot see, but I don't know if he's called missing or not. And now Lycan is going to be the initiatee, as he's getting all of his damage sucked, but Kinetic Field just wasn't in place, and they're going to walk out of there pretty easily. And that whole ordeal cost Racer quite a little bit of farm, and Tinker's just gonna go ahead, right on the head and punish that, and gonna be picking up his face boots very, very soon. Or not face boots, BOTs. In about 200 or 5,000 gold. 5k gold. And now Mrs. Deucer herself is actually going for a right plan, just to increase those stats. It is pretty decent. It is pretty decent indeed. And Naga Siren has been able to get a little bit of levels, but not a whole lot of farm. Her gold per minute is just about 100, and note that you get 100 per minute. So just keep that in mind, that you get 100 gold per minute. And I completely missed first blood down on bottom lane. That's literally going to go the way of the Lycan here, as he has picked up a medallion. That's going to be able to secure some easy kills for him coming into this mid game, and basically the armor reduction is huge. It's going to reduce his armor to 1, but if he gets it off on somebody like the Disruptor, that's going to be minus 4 in armor. Naga Siren, a little bit, or Medusa just a little bit more lucky. Naga Siren's going to be on 0, and basically if you want to take out the Disruptor, that's the way to go. Get a medallion and go ham on him. Because even Centaur is actually going to go on bottom lane. I did not think he would, but he just got too cocky, and he's going to get the payback on the Lycan there. As that's the Tinker in trouble. They really want to get the return kill here, and Tinker, he might even get the Racer. He's in trouble. Clarity is going to get cancelled, and one more hit would have been enough. No, 2 more hits would have been enough, and Naga has now taken over middle lane farming. Down on bottom lane, Pie Stacker just completely forcing them out of the way. Just by sheer presence being there, something. Depending on what you want to call it. And now the Death Prophet is doing somewhat okay on farm. I mean, it's not even close to what to do set levels of farm, but
That feels better.
considering what she's had to work with, she's doing alright. Disruptor is gonna get forced back.
Bottom.
And now Dusa can pretty much just start doing damage to the tower here. As the Death Prophet is gonna go back for what I do not quite understand. I know you need mana, but I don't think it's worth going back for just mana. Because you need to farm, and right now it's only the Dusa in the lane, so now's her best shot to farm. And she's just gonna walk back for mana and TP right back up there. That's cost her at least 300 gold, 3 or 400 gold. But she wants to go right onto the Dusa. Is she gonna pop the exorcism for it? I don't think so. Stampede is gonna save her, and in the meantime, on bottom lane, Witch Doctor is gonna get initiated on. Gonna get stomped and double edge, and that's it. That is it for the Deuce or for the Witch Doctor. As mid lane, well, that tower is looking pretty gone. The sheer push power of this Jakiro is just so evident here, and he's also going for core build. I mean, as many points in liquid fire as you can, and one in each. Lycan is gonna rob him off the tower though, so not the full effort, the full reward coming out of it. But you really wouldn't be getting farm on the Lycan. This is gonna be your savior this game. And Witch Doctor again getting initiated on down on bottom lane. Racer, he might be able to do this. Witch Doctor's not faster. One more right click should be enough. There we go. That's the plasma field and one right click, and that's it. Infinity Excess getting his first kill of the game. As far as yep, he only got the assist on the second one. And on mid lane, they might be looking to push out the creep wave just a little bit here to prevent any damage happening to their tier 2, which has already happened. As Tinker, he's just moving all over the place at this point. And he should be. That is the way you play Tinker. You basically, the routine is that you TP back to base, get your mana, pop and march into the machines, and depending on how much mana you have, you just keep popping and marching the machines until you can TP back to base. Rearm and TP back to base. That should give you a pretty solid push. And that also allows you to keep 2 lanes pushed at once. And up on top lane, the Prophet is going to commit the ultimate, and she's going to push quite far, but not far enough. As the Racer is going to get initiated on here down on the bottom lane. Not sure if he's going to go down though. Full form is popped, and unfortunate bounces here from the Racer. He should be pretty damn dead. One more hit, and there we go. That's it for the Racer, and even Ice Pack would have been there. So now the Lycan is doing super good. He is 2-1-1 so far in the game, and yeah, basically, he's rocking. This Lycan is rocking. He is gonna go for a quick Vlad, so I'd love to see that go into a Roshan pit already, as he could really use it. I mean, he's been picked off once, so he needs to get back up to speed, because I mean, they're not shutting down this Dusa whatsoever. She's getting free farm left and right. TP in from the top lane. Razor is going for Staff of Wizardry, probably going to go for that quick axe so they can get that push damage or push power in there.
Missing bottom.
And Jakiro has not been getting anything for quite a while. Wonder what he's going to be going for. His kinetic field is going to block his path somewhat back to the Witch Doctor. Saint Carino is not going to go for the big money here. So far, he only has 1 point in heat-seeking missiles, and that scales super well. I mean, it doesn't scale the best compared to his other spells, but it scales so tremendously well. That is like unbelievable. And down the bottom lane, that's Jakiro, and Deathfort is actually gonna get popped, and this might be one. It is gonna be the Disruptor falling to the Witch Doctor, who's just standing there celebrating his little victory. Oh, this is nope, he's not gonna decide to go for it. I thought he would. It could almost have been awesome. Almost. Very close. as the Razor is starting to farm somewhat decently compared to what he's been doing, or how well he's been doing earlier. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But he's starting to farm up, and he's starting to get big and scary, and he's just going to skip mech and possibly go like straight for the axe, so they can start pushing down towers, because currently Lycan and Shakiro, they've taken 2 towers, and Radiant have gotten none in return, and that shows in the gold graphs. Should at least. It is gonna go the way of the Radiant, even though the Deuce's net worth is like super high
Dire's middle tower is under
already.
attack.
Like they're already back towards top lane, but the Disruptor and the Naga Siren, I mean, they want this.
Tower is under
Song is up and ready. TP in a bit early from Tupaker.
fortified.
She could sing and catch out 3. No, remember, no abilities except for Plasma Field has been popped yet. And now is the time. Nope. Now you don't want to sing. It's too late. It's too late for the Naga Siren. And now Centaur is going to come in, going to double edge 1. And that's going to almost take out 2. Might even get the Tinkerino. He should be able to make it out. And he's going to be fine. But that's a 2-for-1. Racer, the only hero to fall. And that's the Death Prophet and the Jakiro for a Racer. And
Tower is under attack.
that's not worth it in any sort of way
Radiant structures are fortified.
for this dire team. And they just got demolished that fight. And that was even without the song to set it all up. I mean, with the song, they could have done a tremendous amount of damage. Tinkerino. That's going to set his Blink Dagger back quite a bit. Oh, he didn't die, so that's not going to send him back. Thought it would be. But that's definitely not a pleasant situation to be in, seeing the fact that you can just get bursted down so quickly by the Centaur. I mean, Stomp at a double edge, that almost removed all of his health. And as far as I know, it's not even. It is maxed, but Hoof Stomp isn't. And that's going to do another 100 damage to you. So is that's the Disruptor. He's looking for big plays here on the Tinker. Don't think he's going to find it, though. Actually going to run into a bit of trouble here with the hero. He's got way out of position. There we go. Dual Buff is going to get committed, and then Lacer is going to be enough to secure the kill. And TP back up from Tinkerino. As up on top lane, we might see a little bit of a fight here. Dusa could actually take on this Lycan, I believe. Because she is hitting decently hard. And I'm not sure what the play of Alacrity is for. But she's doing pretty good work.
Tower is under attack.
As now Lycan. And the rest of the company might get initiated on here. They don't have a song to initiate anything, though. So they're just going to back off. Nice and easily as bottom lane, the Centaur and the Racer probably looking to push this just a little bit. And Tinker's not even there. This could turn badly. Ice Path is not going to go, so no kill. They're going to allow him to fall back in.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
But at the cost of their top towers, so they're going to get it nothing for a tower trade, basically,
Under attack.
so far in this game. Tinkerino going back. He's just doing what Tinker does. Just running back and forth and trying to keep all lanes pushed in and trying to defend your own towers. And he's been doing that super efficiently so far. Not been getting the most on last hits, not been getting the most to farm, but he's been getting the job done. And that's what you want to do in Dota. As Racerino is going to try to check out this Sekiro. He has sucked up quite a lot of damage. And now he wants to turn his attention towards the Witch Doctor. Ultimate is going to get blown, and this is going to take out the Centaur. Sekiro is actually going to end his life with the Macropyre now. Oh, Death Prophet. Big ultimate. Naga is in trouble. Not going to get killed yet, though. Rockets ain't even going to do it. And there should be a tier 2 falling. For sure. Disruptor is going to come in, but that's super dangerous. He's going to find the Death Prophet, and she's going to go down to the Static Storm. Not even very, very close. It's going to fall to the Thunder God. To the Thunder Ref. But that was a Death Prophet at the cost of a Centaur Warrunner and a Disruptor. So, definitely not worth it. Dusa did live, which puts her as a, I don't know, okay spot. She's just going straight for Lincoln's. Could work against laser. Not sure about any of the other spells though, because they're not point or a unit target, and they need unit targets to trigger Lincolns.
To the Radiant.
Except for Crypt Swarm, that should actually do it. Down here in middle lane, Racer and Centaur are going to be pushing up, trying to find a little bit of space here as Mr. Centaur has picked up a Blink Dagger actually. He is 3-2-1 as of right now, and basically he's been doing a good job of keeping his team safe, basically. He has been dying for them and trying to get him out of sticky situations by throwing his own body in the way. And he's been doing that pretty damn well, not prioritizing farm, because Naga does need to find some very good farm very soon. Unless, by the looks of it, it's a support Naga. This is definitely looking like a support Naga, seeing the fact that the Razor isn't building mech. And Naga is. This is a support Naga. And that can work as well. I mean, the Ensnare, just max the Ensnare. Don't focus too much on the illusions and just utilize the armor reduction and the Riptide very, very well. I'd say it's okay. That way you're not totally reliant and your net worth is not super high. So you should be somewhat fine. As Ensnare does connect, and it could be trouble for the Jakiro. Ice Path is going to land in a kinetic field, but Macropire is finding through, and that's going to be maybe even a triple kill. Tex Quest going down as well, and now Death Prophet Ultimate is going to get popped, and this should be a dead Racer and a tier 3 at least. Dusa is the only one alive. She's still farming up, but might not be the wisest of choices trying to TP back to defend down there in mid lane, because that tower is almost definitely gonna fall. I mean, nope, she's actually backing out. Exorcism did wear off when she was super low, so I can understand. Blink is gonna go for a magic wand. At this point in the game, I feel that's kind of funny, but and also going for the mechanism, which I also find kind of funny for a semi-decent core Death Prophet. But she did go offlane, so her farm priority is not super high. It is third. It's basically where she is right now. And net worth-wise, this center just completely dropped after those last pair of kills out of him, and Tusa still the only one leading the CS farm, and it's gonna take a bit of a turnaround for Dyer to actually do it. I would love to see that though. Barry Basher, there we go. That is pretty much the Lincoln Sphere at level 14. That's somewhat decent. She's been doing a good job of staying out of trouble, and experience and gold wise, she is highest on the board. So when she actually finally starts going and starts going to work, she's gonna be scary as fuck. Also, loose. Nope, that's just the Nagasaki Simon. Trying to find a little bit of form for that mechanism of hers. And now Tinker and Death Prophet, they're in a bad spot here. Invisibility rune is there, and Tinker could just TP out very, very easily. But now in mid lane, they might want to decide to go on the Steus. I mean, it could backfire quite a lot. Yules is going to come out, and there we go. That's the Macropire into the Ice Path. Second Yules is up actually from the Death Prophet, and that's even going to save the Medusa. This could turn very, very badly. Kinetic Field into Static Storm does cancel out the Death Prophet, and she should be pretty much gone. The Centaur is trying to chase. Stampede has been blown, but there we go. That's the Hoof Stomp, and oh, Witch Doctor Ultimate. Song is going to cancel it, though. Beautiful song by Quest Text, as that's going to secure both the kill on the Jakiro and the Witch Doctor. And this is just the kind of break that this Dire team needed. And Bear Basher picking up a double kill here. He's going to be advancing towards that Lincoln Sphere and even beyond. He's 302 or 303. A Nice amount of farming. Good experience, and there we go. Those are the necro units from the Lycan doing a bit of work here. But that's gonna break the tower now. She's just looking to retreat back. Necro units are super effective against Usa, because it does burn a lot of damage to actually have him. And there you go, Tinkerino is gonna TP in, but not gonna be quite enough. Is it gonna go for the second time? Nope. Chicken Bristles are not down yet, and he did not commit Dagon. And he might even pay for his mistakes, pay for his greediness, and he is going to. Gold is split amongst 3, but nevertheless, it is gold. This is a pretty funny looking Tidehunter, I must say. Centaur always like that pose, and Axe, I would love to see him mid-donk. Probably is as well. What do we got on this dire side, or in this radiant side? Course and Spirit Break, or V for Victory. The peace sign and nothing else. Alright, I like it. What do we got for Curious now? We got little Itzy. And still the anti-pote Couriers. I had a pair of these and I sold them and donated my profits from that sale to a tournament I'm currently casting, the GG tournament, which I want to advertise a little bit for. And I just realized something. I got the wrong HUD in. Wow, that's amazing. Good job, me. There we go. Now everything fits.
Thank you.
I am truly sorry about that. All right, I gotta keep that in mind in the future, as I may actually just make one for the Dota Cinema one, so I just don't forget about this one. Rockets are kind of coming out far. Gonna connect them to do so. It's gonna put her slightly low in. Tinkerino, Tinker the man. Tinkerino. Tinkety Tinker. Has gone for it. That's only a level 1 take on the Soul Ring. Blink Dagger. He's been alright at farming, but not super good this game so far. Yes, 100 last hits in 27 minutes. That's alright, but compared to the amount of farm that this Duce is currently getting, it's absolutely nothing. And she's going Scotty. No, she's going Mansa, sorry. Thought she was going Scotty there for a second. As the people who've watched my cast before, I love Aya Scotty. It is, in my opinion, one of the best items in the game. And now Lycan is gonna try to go ham. He's gonna have to turn back because of the stone gazing. That is gonna save the racer. Now it's not up for next fight, but it's not a total disaster. Only a 90-second cooldown. And now Wolves are gonna harass out this Disruptor. Centaur is alone up on top lane, so the only thing he can contribute with for the next fight is Stampede, unless this Lycan decides to turn on him. Don't think he wants to, he's still slightly too squishy to do that. And now Tinkerino, nope, he's not gonna get picked off, he's gonna try to TP back and gonna succeed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Disruptor could have glimpsed, but probably for the better. Quite possibly, as Mech is complete on the Death Prophet, and she's gonna have that brought out to her. And the last couple of minutes just completely killed her farm, so that mechanism of course delayed, and that's actually gonna work super well because they only have so much damage like we saw last time. I mean, they cannot take out heroes just by utilizing their spells. So if the mech does get popped mid-fight, I mean, that's gonna be the huge turnaround. But then again, Naga also has one, so they kind of cancel each other out. As this Radiant creep wave is knocking on the back door of this Dire, and Tinker is just constantly keeping those lanes pushed in. I mean, this is crazy. They are trying to take the tower, and Centaur is just gonna pick up these Necro units, or pick up everybody else around him. And he obviously does not want to party that kill because that hurts. And he's going for Blade Mail, obviously. Kind of a good pickup against the Lycan, I would say. And even the Tinker is going to get... He's basically going to die from it. As the Roshan is going to be attempted here by SB out of, and you really want to be having, at least when you use your medallion, you want to be having the wolves tank it. Just because you cannot do it yourself. I mean, that is just way too scary. Basically, you're going to be losing health so fast. Even though Roche's armor is somewhat low, I mean, come on. He still hurts like hell.
Invisibility.
Doesn't change how much he hurts. How painful he is. And Matt Dusa might even scout him out. They do have wards. They also have an observer, so they know he's there. And they know he's low. She's going to run into the mid lane. Dusa probably knows. If it's the Ancients he decides to go for, it can't be good. It can't be good for the Lycan to be this low constantly. And actually the Racer catching up on form finally. He has gotten that Aghanim Scepter, so those towers are going to drop like flies. As the anti-push is completely real. Centaur also going to be picking up his little Blade Mail there. And Disruptor just going for good old Force Staff. Pretty good item for very, very non-mobile support. I mean, it's going to allow him to get in and out of team fights and possibly trap somebody else in the kinetic field, and happy days, basically. Happy days. As 24er, the Tinkerino, has picked up a Ghost Scepter, so he's going for Ethereal Blade. That was hopefully correctly pronounced. This Death Prophet, not surprisingly, is going to get picked up off on top lane. But he's going for a good old Blade of Ethereality. Ethereal Blade. That's going to amplify his Dagon super much. Seeing the fact that he only got 1 point in it so far. Basically, you could utilize, when you get that 1 second rearm, I mean, that's, you can pretty much take out anybody. You can take out the Centaur if you want. I think the Deuce is going to be slightly tougher challenge, but still possible. And Racer, oh, he's going for the Sanjin Yasha. He's going to go Race Car Racer. And now they're attempting Roche once again. The Wood should have scouted him out, but I don't think there's anything they can do about it as of right now. And there we go. Ice Path is going to come out, going to connect on the Roshan. Finally, Lycan able to bring him down, and it's probably going to go on him as well, the Roshan. And now they're going to back out so that Lycan gets all the experience and all the gold, or most of it, some of it, even the split. Yeah. And he's going to get an Ochre Club for that BKB of his.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And now the push is really starting to show for this Dire team. Because they have the Racer was ultimate pop, not even, and they still took out that top tower. Even though it was only tier 1, I mean, that's still big. And he has finished up the Sanjin Yasha. They even have a smoke. They can even do a smoke gank. It's just sitting there in basin. Now Dusa could be slightly caught out of position here as... Oh, Disruptor is going to come in with the Static Storm, and this might be a mistake. Nope, he's going to walk right out of it, and that's a dead Lycan, that's one. Now they got to kill him a second time, and Razor's going to be there for that one, and he's gone. And Snare going to connect, and Stampede is even going to get committed, and there we go. Centaur just going to take the last hit like a boss, and that's dead Lycan. He just completely cocked out there. Spacked out as they're still chasing the Q. I mean, Razor is quite a lot faster. He could do this, definitely. Plasma Field is going to clip. And has not linked yet. There we go. The S-Path is going to be there. He's trying to get out of the way and still able to chase because there were nobody to back up this Takiro. And oh, Racer going to steal so much damage from him. That's 160. That's 224, and 2 saps should do it. That's, come on, 1 sap. And Yules. Nope. Not going to dive that far. He did have Ice Path up, so probably the wise choice. What's up on top lane? Dusa is now going for the Scotty. Yes, sir. Dusa Scotty. I love this. It's going to make Berry Basher so tanky. And basically, you got Dusa, if you get... Well, basically, it does give you ridiculous stats, plus it stacks with your mana pool, so you're gonna get super tanky and at the same time have the slow of your main arrow. And up on the top lane, who's that getting picked off? That is the Tinkerino. Oh, and Ned is gonna be there just in time. Beautiful play, and that should be a dead Tinker. He cannot refresh and he's gone. Oh, she's stuck in there. No way to get out. Oh, what are they gonna do? Oh, there we go. Force step is gonna break it. And she's just gonna TP back to base, gonna utilize that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As they're just gonna try to TP back to defend their tier 3s that are currently being taken by a Necro unit, Death Prophet, and the Jakiro. And now they're gonna be looking to initiate. Oh, Stone Gaze is gonna come up, but she's gonna get used and gonna only hit latch on the creeps. There we go. Oh, that's the song. That is a beautiful song. Gonna catch out 2, 3, hey, 3 even. And this should be a dead Death Prophet. Even the Witch Doctor is gonna go. He's not even gonna get a chance. Only one chance to get his ultimate off, and not even gonna be enough. And now Razor, he's gonna try, but not gonna get it. And this should mean a push down the middle lane. They can push so efficiently. Luna has, or Dusa has illusions. Naga has illusions. They have a Centaur. They have a Racer. Not with ultimate up, but I mean, that's still a decent amount of pushing power. And this tower should just fall so fast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're waiting for it though. I mean, they might not even have what it takes to go in. I mean, Song is actually off cooldown already. Stampede is off cooldown. What about Static Storm? That's the important one. It is off cooldown. Everything. Oh, that was actually just the Song glitching out. Song and Stone Gaze aren't off just yet, and Dusa, she really wants to get that. She actually has it. She has the Ascadi, and she's gonna be like super huge. And then the scroll per minute has really been going her way this game, and Dusa is actually gonna get caught in the ice path. She is somewhat fine though, as the Mana Shield is gonna be soaking up a lot of that damage, and Racer did not get a whole lot off in the static link there. He does have Eye of the Storm, so they definitely want to utilize that to its full potential, but they can't. They're just being forced out by the Tinker a little much of the Machinies. Yep, Dusa is going to retreat out and get her Scotty, and even going to be able to farm another item like right after that. Roshan should be up again in not too long, about 5-6 minutes. It's a short Rosh this time, so that's alright. We like short Roshes because that means more excitement here on my channel. As Mrs. Dusa does get the Ice Scotty, I'm really wondering what she's going to be going for next. I mean, BKB, you don't often see it on Dusa, but I feel this game it wouldn't actually be that bad of a choice. It should not go through Exorcism, or it should not block the Exorcism, but Ice Path, I'm still not sure about Ward. We might see that because not even sure. Nobody really building BKB, at least not on our side. So we're not gonna be seeing that. And Dusa, it's been the game of farms, and oh yeah, right, Butterfly. That's definitely a good item for this Dusa, and that's gonna undermine the Lycan completely. So he's gonna be having to waste money on an MKB, and right now he's only building a BKB. So this is huge. This is definitely huge for this Dire team. If they can finish it off in time to actually finish up the game, the Lycan just never gets a chance to respond to it. Centaur, oh, clever little sentry ward. They're gonna block out the little campies. And I, of course, mistaken earlier. It was only the Radiant Observer Ward scouting out the Lycan. Trying to farm the Roche pit. Trying to farm out Roshan. Oh, Deuce, you found a Lycan. You found a Wolfie Wolf, and he's going to have to pop ultimate for him to get out. And now they actually want to force a fight off the back of this. Because that's going to be down for another 80 seconds. And they're definitely going to disrupt her in a good spot for a good kinetic field. He does not see him yet. Sees him now, but Lycan, oh, he's off ultimate for him, man. Good old Disrupt is going to try to make it out. There we go. That's the Stampede, and Lycan actually just nope. That's the Centaur. He blinked in and got the Witch Doctor. Now it's Lycan's turn to get hammered. And Razor, he's gonna remove so much armor. As Death Prophet even gets caught in Static Storm, and Razor links so much damage that he's just melting through her. Not even 28, but he's still going ham completely. And that's a 2 for Nell. This should be a tower. This should definitely be a tower. Quest Tex is marking this as well. They want this tower now. And they want it right away. As this might be their only hope of turning this game completely into their favor. And this tower should go quite easily. Actually, up on bottom lane, Barry Basher being very observant. Actually gonna find the Tankerino, as Lycan is also in a lot of trouble. I didn't think he's able to fight this. The Deuce is just too tanky, and he's gonna go down as well. Oh wow, Barry, he got farmed even on mid lane. Jakiro gonna get picked off by the Centaur, and this is game. This is game, I feel. I mean, this is super difficult to come back from, because they could even break high ground if they want to. The only obstacle is the draw, or it's the Death Prophet. They can quite easily take her, but they're choosing to back off and play it safe, and I respect that. I, for one, respect safe play. As little Deucey Deuce with the Medusa is just, she's getting super fat. I mean, she's almost up to 400 last hits, 505. She's just been unstoppable this game, and she even sold her Midas early. Could have it for the Ring of Aquila. I would personally do that, but nope. She is farming super efficiently anyway. And that butterfly should be pretty much, is almost set and done for her. She can go get the Eagle Song now for the Ring of Aquila, and just wait for the Quarterstaff to finish up, and she's pretty much got it. And then after that, maybe you go for a pair of BOTs, so you don't have to carry on that TP and can actually get 6 slotted. And there we go. This should be the Eagle Song. Yep, and only about 250 more gold until the Quarterstaff, and that's a done butterfly. And now she hurts. I mean, look at that armor. She has 24 physical damage resistance. Basically 24 in armor. That gives her 69, and I'm gonna hold on to that thought for a second, because now that Prophet is just gonna get completely hammered by this Dire team. She got caught up big time. She got decimated, and so now she's gonna drop that butterfly, and this is gonna force the Lycan to buy an MKB, but that's not gonna happen for a very long time. And Tinker can't buy an MKB. He's gonna be relying a lot on the E-Float Blade now. I really hate the way that that's pronounced, but that's only because I'm not from an English-speaking country, so. But hopefully you can look past you can look past that and enjoy me anyway. As Tinkerino, where's he at? He's not even split pushing anymore. He's been completely shut down here the last not too long, as he's gonna try to help out his Lycan farm up bottom lane. And this is kind of an interesting pickup, an Orchid of Malvolence, however you pronounce that. It's an Orchid, and it's super powerful. And that is gonna, if we can get it off on the Tinker early, that's gonna nullify him. Basically, your main targets are Jakiro, Witch Doctor, and Tinker. Even Lycan works very well, because he's just takes so much more damage. And little Necro Unity units, they're gonna try to rat this game to victory as pity damage to the tower, and there we go. That's the Necro unit that's gone. Gonna force the Racer to heal go back and heal though, but not the biggest of deals. As for Roshan, is actually back up, and they're gonna try to maybe go for it. Nope, they're gonna spot this Nagasaki, and she does have the Song of the Siren in case she wants to get out, and she definitely wants to now. And Here comes backup from Barry Basher, and now they're going to be going ham. Ice Path is going to land, but it's going to be into his own two teammates, and Kinetic Field is just going to... Kinetic Field and Static Storm is just going to burn him down, and now Deucet decides to go ham. She has already gotten a double kill, but she wants more. She wants blood, and might even find the like, and Ensnare is going to hold him in place, and there we go. Racer going to pick off the last kill, or third kill. As the hero, he's going to get pounded now. So much damage stolen by the Racer, and there we go. 2 saps. Yules is there, but that's the second sap, and now Death Prophet might even be in a bit of trouble. Not even. Oh, she's actually going to get a glimpse back, and there we go. That's the kill. Dara didn't even notice. And that's a team wipe, and that is, let's almost say that's GG. Dusa now has her BOTs, and take a look at that gold per minute. 600 and something. Experience per minute almost 700, and she's not even level 25 yet. That is tremendous. It's absolutely huge. That's at that tower. Racer is going to commit the ultimate, and he might want to go for a refresher next. I don't even think it's going to matter, as they're just taking towers so damn fast. And those are the racks gone. Pair of exposed racks in the middle is never a good thing to have. As Zeus is just taking Roche on her own. Screw the TPs, I'm going to go for Roche. And now they definitely want to be getting range racks and just backing off now. Yep, they're going to back out of there. Going to mech up. And that was the team wipe for a Rax on a Roche. That's going to annoy you if you're Radiant. Net worth is just also like through the roof on this. Cheese is also on the board there. Good goal. That's the Racer going to run down to pick that up, and he is super fast. He's a fast ass Racer. That is tremendous. With the face boots, he's moving at 510, and just with the Sanchen Yasha 555. He's even going to be taking Ancients now. He's so cocky. With that cheese, and I hope he's not lactose intolerant, otherwise it might be a bit painful. And Disruptor going for the Hex. Field is a good item. It works against pretty much anybody on this Dire team. Mostly I would say against the Tanker, Death Prophet, or Lycan. Because they already have the Orchid for the last ones. Not even sure if you actually need a Sheepstick. It's always good to have a Hex. But in this kind of a game, I mean, it's just... Right there they're dominating, and they just want to continue dominating. So you could go for something crazy like a... I would love to see a Refresher. I mean, that could be amazing. Do the entire Wombo combo? Twice. I mean, come on. How awesome is that? 300 damage per second for a... basically a Scepter duration. It's actually not half that bad as well. Because it increases your pulses. Scepter, basically go for your... go for the Zeus build. Scepter into basically Arcanes into a Force Staff, in a Scepter, in a Refresher. As finally Centaur is going to be able to pick up his heart, and that's going to make him almost indestructible. I mean, you cannot possibly put out that much damage. Not even Tinker can. And he's just going to get completely nullified with the Blade Mail. Still only has level 1 take on, and he could afford second one, but I think he wants to be saving money for buyback. Speaking of, only Jakiro has it. As of right now, and now, are they rotating in? They may want to take a look at this potential pick off here. Not going to, though. Barry is in a bad spot. He does have BOTs, but he's 4 up against 1, and is he maybe going to take this? Lincoln's just going to get popped, and there we go. That's the Ice Path. Into Macropyre, into Evil Blade. But the Death Ward is not going to be able to do anything. As the Witch Doctor is even going to get completely destroyed here. So is the Lycan. Another Ice Path is going to connect, but they can't even bring him down yet. He's not even down to half health and not even half mana. There we go. That's the Evil Blade. Not going to completely nullify both Lycan and the Jakiro. And now that's the third take on it. He's not even down yet. I mean, they initiated 4 against him. And Barry just took a triple kill, and that's possibly GG. I mean, he's just too big, and he still has the Aegis. That is amazing. That right there is something truly special, guys. And he just doesn't care. I mean, if he goes down, he's just going to be right back up to full strength, and
Radiant's
he wants to chase. I mean, this edge is going to get reclaimed in like 2 seconds or something, and
Radiant's middle tower is
he wants to use it, and this is tremendous. Now Naga Siren, she wants the tower, and now they want the Death Prophet, and this is going to be GG for sure. For sure. Age is not even blown yet. Barry doesn't care. He's just going to sit there with a comfortable 7k gold and relax and smile. You've earned it, my friend.
Radiant's bottom
You've earned it.
fallen.
Gold per minute through the roof, 700.
Have mega creeps.
As there we go, that is possibly the Ancient Gun. That's going to be going down in a couple of seconds. As this is GG,
Middle tower has
this might be the fattest deuce I've ever seen in the entirety of the world.
Radiant's
And she's just going to be fountain farming like the true badass she is. And even going to use the wrong target as the throne finally falls. And the conclusion of this game is dire victory. That was an absolutely amazing ending to an absolutely incredible game. I'm not going to be doing another one for tomorrow. Basically, I am tired as hell. That's what I am. I watch Beyond the Summits, and currently the time zones completely screw with your schedule. So I'm also going to be going in to watch The Hobbit at the premiere. So definitely looking forward to that as well. So I don't think I'm going to be having any new videos up until Thursday. Hopefully you can get by. I sure hope so. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have one Wednesday. I was hoping for it, but Thursday is the date of the next upload and basically the next cast. And hopefully you guys can wait. The GG challenge will be returning this coming Friday, and I got all evening to cast. So I'll be having a lot of games in the weekend. Definitely excited for that, guys. Go check it out. Go follow me on Twitter and on Twitch to see when I'm streaming, and go like and subscribe if you enjoy what you saw, and I'll see you.